Alright, welcome to significant figures calculations. This is going to be our last video regarding significant figures, and this is a topic that can often provide a lot of difficulty for a lot of students. So we've already covered the rules on how to identify sig figs in a number, so we'll apply those here, but we're also going to add a couple more rules. So when it comes to adding and subtracting numbers with significant figures, you have to round your answer to the least accurate place. And I'll explain what that means here in the problem below. So sometimes, depending on how good your measurement tools are, you're going to be limited by how many places you can go out with your numbers. So in this case, I have two measurements, 50 milliliters, my first one, and I'm adding that volume to a volume of 21.4 milliliters. So you could say this is an inaccurate, imprecise measurement using a tool like a beaker, where the graduations aren't as defined, or using it in the second measurement with a graduated cylinder where the graduations are a bit more precise. So adding these together, you see that in this case, we are only accurate to the ones place. But in this other problem, in the 21.4 milliliters, we are accurate to the tenths place. So in this case, our math has to go to the least accurate place. So our least accurate place is the ones place. Now, for problems like this, it's easy. You can just set it up by lining the decimals, and I inform my students to draw this little line and carry out the math. So we'll have 71.4 milliliters total. This number then has to be rounded to the least accurate place to measure, again, which is the ones place. So we look at the number to the right of this line, and because it is less than 5, it causes this number to stay the same. So our ultimate answer ends up becoming just 71 milliliters. And this answer takes into account our least accurate measurement of the 50 milliliters and doesn't say that we weren't measuring more accurately with the tool like a graduated cylinder. So when it comes to this, again, always remember the least accurate place to measure. Personally, I never do long math anymore. I simply look at my two numbers, and I instantly see right away my ones place, my least accurate place. So I quickly do the math. I get this number right here in my calculator, and I say, okay, I need to round it to the ones place. My answer is 71 milliliters. So moving over to the left, we have a different rule because we're dealing with multiplication and division. This rule is slightly different. You round to the least sig figs in your problem. So here we have two numbers. This number right here has 3 significant figures. The number below has 2 significant figures. This is an example of something if you're ever having to calculate the area of an object. So you measure a field to be 21.7 meters by 3.1 meters, and you want to show significant figures in your answer. You have to abide by this rule up here by rounding to the least number of significant figures. So judging here, our answer has to be rounded to 2 sig figs. So I'm not even going to attempt to try and do this by hand. I want to save time, so I'm going to plug this in my calculator. 21.7 times 3.1 gives us a number 67.27 meters. So as you see here, this number is 4 sig figs. We don't want it like that, so we need to round to, again, 2 sig figs. So we start at the left, counting over 1, 2 places. We see this 2 causes the 7 to stay the same. So what happens is we have this number rounded to 67 meters. Again, answer is to 2 sig figs. So this is the application of the rules of adding and subtracting numbers with significant figures and the rule of multiplication and division of significant figures. They're slightly different. They can sometimes be a little tricky to apply, especially if you have a problem that has multiple operations, so addition with subtraction. In that case, you want to follow these rules, but always round at the end. So round at the end of your measurement. So hopefully this video gave you a good insight and basis of understanding on how to apply significant figures when it comes to calculations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.